Hey, what's going on, guys? Eli Tatum with Transworld Business Advisors, and I want to talk to my buyers for a moment on certain buyer expectations. In particular, for Main Street businesses, what can you expect from their financials on a Main Street business? So there are times where a good buyer comes to the table on a Main Street business. A buyer that has a background in finance or a corporate background, and they have, maybe they've even done contract negotiation before, things like that. I've worked with guys like this, really good buyers. They know what they're doing, they know what they're looking for, and they want a good business. And they can be sometimes surprised, if you will, by what a seller actually has available. So they'll say, I want 5 years of tax returns, and I want, a profit and loss statement broken down to where every single item the person's bought in the last, 5 years is broken down to, the category and the maybe even a smaller broken down description of what the items are that they bought, and how much of each thing have they bought over the last 3 to 5 years. And I want a balance sheet for each 5 years, and a year-to-date balance sheet, a year-to-date P&L, and I'd like sales reports. I'd like a monthly. I would like for the last 4 years or 5 years or whatever it is. They ask for a lot of stuff, and all that stuff exists in certain businesses. A lot of Main Street businesses don't have half of that. In fact, some of them don't have any of it. You might be thinking, well, why would I inquire about a business that doesn't have any of that? That's a good question. Because a lot of Main Street business owners, frankly, they're focused more on running their business, and they don't have a COO, a CFO, a CEO. It's just a person. They don't have an HR department. They don't have a finance department. They have themselves and a couple employees, maybe. And they kind of keep their own books, and maybe they have somebody do their taxes, or maybe they do their taxes themselves. And sometimes you got to piece some of that financial data together, frankly. We always recommend to sellers on our site to get an accountant, to start working with one to put things together. But frankly, when people inquire about a business and they have an expectation that all of this financial data is just going to be lined up the way that they've seen in a larger, more organized company with more resources, a lot of times that is not the case. It's just not. And there are some good businesses out there, really good businesses, that basically don't have all those details lined up, but the seller's making a great living. The business is running very well. It's been running well for a long time. And I would say to my buyers, don't let that scare you away. You might miss out on a great opportunity that is different in how they operate things than what you're used to, frankly, especially at the Main Street level. There's some really good businesses that are they're running on limited resources. And I don't mean financial resources. I just mean the capacity of the owner to do what he needs to do. The owner might be working 60 hours a week, but he may be making several $100,000 a year. And, if you decide to change that up once you buy the business, that's no problem. But there's a lot of businesses that make a lot of good money, and they're just running on limited resources. Don't let that scare you away necessarily from some of the little golden opportunities that are in the Main Street market. So this is Eli with Transworld. Hope that's helpful. You have any questions for me? 864-527-5995, etatem@tworld.com. Thanks so much. Bye.